I thought it would be fun to document my adventures section hiking the PCT. Hi, my name is Liberty Freeman, and I am a nature enthusiast as well as a thrill seeker, adventure seeker, I guess you could say. I thought it would be fun to hike the PCT because I grew up next to the Appalachian Trail on the East Coast in Maine, and I always had a fondness for hiking trails, going up various mountains. And when I moved to California and realized how close the Pacific Crest Trail was to Los Angeles, it has always been something that I wanted to do, especially with my dog Monkey. I decided to hike the Pacific Crest Trail this summer as a memorial for my dog Monkey. She originally was supposed to go on the adventure with me, and unfortunately she was diagnosed with a tumor last year and passed away in 9 months. And so I thought that in memorial for Monkey, I would start actually section hiking, and that's why I chose section D to be my very first section, was because it was so close to LA, and that's what I wanted to do with her. I chose miles 386 to 403 to be the very first section of the PCT that I wanted to tackle in section D, primarily because a couple years ago, my first attempt at backpacking, I had gone with my dog Monkey, and she was a puppy at the time, and we just fell in love with it, and that's when I knew then that I just wanted to hike this whole thing with her. But since she passed away and wasn't able to do it with me, I wanted to make it a goal. I had got her cremated, and I'm going to section hike the entire PCT over like maybe a 10-year period. But this particular section, I wanted to find some beautiful vistas and locations that I knew people would pull over, maybe get some water or camp for the night, and she could be sprinkled there to keep them company and to protect them as well. I definitely advise for these miles that you need to bring bug spray and a bug net. The bugs were everywhere in the woods, and I tell you, it was a staple to consistently have my mosquito net on around my head while hiking throughout the woods, as well as while I was sleeping. I do hammock tent, so to speak, sleep in a hammock, so it was a necessity no matter what. That, and late in the summer, there's absolutely no water in these mile locations, so you definitely need to bring plenty of liters or gallons depending on what time of year you attend. I think there was only one location where a trail angel left some water for folks to drink. Otherwise, everywhere, at least in August, it's pretty dry. Faucets aren't turning on or working. Any natural springs are dried up. The only location where I was able to obtain water between miles 386 and 403 was at Buckburn Campground. And they do advise that you can cook with it and boil with it, but you might not want to drink straight out of the tap, so you will need to treat that water if you plan on drinking it. My biggest fear was just heading out there solo, alone, being a woman on my own. But once I started actually hiking, I was in the moment, and that didn't even become a concern. I passed maybe 3 people on the trail, all wonderful, nice gentlemen. What my biggest fear, to be honest, was when it was 10 o'clock at night and there was a rustling in this hill that I was camped out next to, and it was either a bear or it was a buck, because it was making a noise. And so I started slamming my poles together saying, "Get out of here, bear, get out of here." And it left. But the next morning, as you saw in the footage, I woke up to seeing a little baby deer or doe leg less than 20 feet from where I was sleeping, underneath my hanging bag of food. So I will say that my biggest fear is the unknown. In terms of doing anything differently, I think next time around I'm definitely going to buy something to put on my bag that makes noise so I can alert animals in front of me. Also, I had no way of getting in touch with anybody in case I did get injured, so I'm looking into some sort of GPS device.